Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Medium's Table. I'm your host, Michelle Gardner. This podcast is your personal invitation to join me at the intersection of the everyday and the extraordinary. Together, we'll explore the magic of mediumship, share spiritual stories, and connect with fellow mediums on this incredible journey. So grab a seat, pour yourself a cuppa, and come join us at the Medium's Table, where spirits gather and stories unfold. Disclaimer, just a heads up to all our lovely followers. Our social media is a space where we share personal stories, including those of various mediums. Let's keep the vibe positive and respect each other's beliefs. Every journey is unique, and here we celebrate the diversity of experiences. I'd like to welcome back to the show Lisa and Alicia. Welcome back, girls.
Hi.
Hi.
And for those that don't know, Lisa is my sister and Alicia is a longtime medium friend, but like a sister from another mister across the ocean.
And
here we are.
Exactly. And the beauty of, technology these days is that we can connect anywhere in the world. Lisa can be 20 minutes down the road. We don't have to visit to see each other. And Alicia, again, is across the ocean in America. And at any time of the day or night, we can be visiting in each other's living rooms or wherever we like. So that's the beauty of technology.
Yeah. Pop the kettle on.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly. All right, girls, how about you tell the audience what it is that you do? Lisa, did you want to start?
I am a practicing medium, like evidential medium. I dabble in a lot of things, and because I'm totally exploring what can I do. So I do love the healing, mediumship, the evidential mediumship, which you'll see, trance speaking. I'm all in for trying something new and just leaving it up to spirit to show the way.
Yeah, and it's also exciting, isn't it? The more you learn, the more you want to know.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I keep forgetting because I've done it so long. I do card read. I do the oracle card readings and that. So, but that's like, I've gone on to new and exciting things that I can blend into all that. But I just forget it because it's just like, I don't know. It's just normal for me now.
Yeah. And I'll give you a pardon for the fact that it is late at night here. And
yes, it is late at night. And normally I'm looking at the back of my eyelids. But anyway, I now I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. I've only just started.
Look, we're only just winding up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Alicia, let's share what you do.
Yes, I do a little bit of everything. Most started out as what I thought to be just a psychic, but not really. I'm a trance medium. I am an evidential medium, and I am. No, I just do a lot of things. And most of all, I would say, I just want to help in whatever way I can. So if that means doing evidential mediumship, if that means doing healing, if it means intuitive studies, synchronicities, whatever, I just want to be of help.
Yeah, to be of service for spirit. I love it.
Yep.
And humanity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
I love it. And you've had many, many, many years of experience, Alicia, and a ridiculous amount of incredible stories under your belt. We've done quite a few episodes with Lisa, but I've also done quite a few episodes with you too, Alicia, which I will reference in the description. And you've also been, Alicia, on our panel of mediums quite a few times as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Which it's awesome. Like I was saying earlier, to go back to your earlier days, and it was just incredible to see that you've been doing this for a year and how the journey has evolved. And it's just been really awesome to watch it unfold. And
and be a part of it as well. You've both played such a big role in this journey for me and with me. And then now we have video evidence of it out there in public.
Yeah.
There's no denying that now.
Right.
Exactly. Now we're coming together tonight to share with you some photo evidence of, what would we call it? Spirit manifestation.
Yeah.
Would that be
phenomenon?
Phenomena?
Yes.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, I believe there's a song about that, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
So we're going to screen share. I'm going to screen share very shortly. Some of it is footage that you would have seen in a previous episode with Alicia, and Lisa has also discussed this as well in another episode, which we'll reference. But we've got some new footage, and with a trained eye running over these photos again, it is amazing what else can be seen. Now, Alicia, you talk about photos and manifestation. Did you want to share your knowledge on that with the different ways spirit manifest?
Yeah, spirit can manifest many ways, as we well know, right? And by looking at pictures from cameras, even back in the day, you had the 35 mm. Yeah, no, we're not going back to moving pictures, kids. That was when I drove my stagecoach across America. No, let's. But when we were doing everything on film, people were capturing things then. And as we progressed to digital, it kind of changed that, but you could see more, right?
Yep.
And with the trained eye, like you said, Michelle, we can look now and see, wow, spirit is all around us, right? They are there. And I've heard clips that people have sent me of things they heard in their home that showed up on their voice recordings or their nanny cams, and you have a very distinct voice in the background. So to know that these entities and these energies are around us all the time is amazing. Now we can look at them in a picture and say, that's for real. There they are. Not all orbs. 100% for anybody out there. I am the biggest skeptic of ever, right? And if I see dust and I can't really pinpoint, is that a dust particle or is that actually an orb? I'll push it to the side. But when you can see the eyes, the nose, and the mouth within that orb, that has to be a true manifestation of spirit. And that's exactly what it is. They're trying to manifest and bring us the most clear picture that we can see today.
Yeah. That's it. And that's the beauty of technology now. I mean, even like you say, I call them the clicky cameras, where we had to wait for them to get developed. And, you could not, there was no altering those. You could not digitally alter those. What you saw is what you saw, and what you got is what you got. And that's it. And that was hard proof. That was hard evidence. Why don't we go into the screen share? Because I do believe we've got quite a bit of exactly what you've spoken about, and Lisa can talk about what she does as well as we go along and how she captures her evidence. So let's get into the screen share. So, Alicia, this was in episode 60. It was a haunted house investigation. Do you want to share with the audience what was going on, what was happening with this house, and why it was so important?
Okay, so as we speak of 35 millimeter camera and we speak of digital, this was actually a digital camera that I did take this photograph. And the one that is on the bottom, where you can see the orbs, those could also be raindrops because it was raining that day. So I have to be totally honest here. However, you don't see much there except, maybe those are droplets of rain coming down. But the photo above on the top was snapped exactly, boom, boom, right after one another. And you can see clearly that there were manifestations of entities in that photo. The first one had none. The second one taken seconds after. I mean, a millisecond, boom, boom, as fast as I could click my finger. Yeah.
And was this on one of the cameras that you couldn't see the image, like once you've taken the photo, or is this one of the cameras that you could click it, see the image?
I could not. This is
okay.
Yeah, this is back in the day, first digitals. I'm not looking back and seeing anything. I'm just click, 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 click. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first photo, and then seconds later, this is the second photo, and you can see, I mean, even around the door frame, it's just evidential, isn't it? Like it's just happening out in there.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was, and I never saw anything until I actually got home and uploaded them because you don't know. I didn't know.
So Alicia, so why did you go to this house? Was this a clearing or something, or what was it?
Well, yes. And the people were having issues with the home. Okay. And the daughter especially was having issues and with just different things happening within the home. And she was afraid and they all were afraid. So that was part of it. So I was called in because this was back in the day when mediums were not aplenty, right?
Yeah.
And I was called in because I was one of the only mediums in the area that they knew could hear and speak to entities and see them. So that's why I was called in. And the premise behind the clearing was, all this stuff going on in the house and they want to stop it. But yet the parents are fighting. They're angry all the time, which is attracting more and fearful. You get more energy coming in because of that. And if you listen to my podcast on this, you will hear me talk about there was I could just go up there and I told him exactly where I saw the energy had come in through. And it was actually all these photos fell out of horsehair plaster when they were doing a remodel. So once the remodel was done, they have all these pictures and poems and books that fell out into the floor. I said, where are they? This energy is running amok. Well, they're all in the living room. And I go, in the living room in a box? No, laying all over the floor and on top of tables. And I said, you need to contain this energy because that's what's happening. So it was no surprise to me as you look at these photos, why we're seeing tons of faces and all that energy trying to escape, so to speak. I don't know whether it's escape's even the right word, but they've released all that energy and within that home.
Yeah, and this is what energy running wild looks like.
Yeah. And just running amok.
That's me with my little scribbler going, oh, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. So what it is what I've found, and it's practice because I could never do this when I first was curious about it. But the more you practice to look, and the more you see. So it's with anything that you do. If you like it, keep doing it, because it is truly, you just get like magical goggles on. It's just amazing what you can see, and they're all around us, all around, all the time.
That's it. And this is great proof to a trained eye, because you've been doing this for a little while, Lisa. And Alicia, you and I went over this in episode 60 of this house, this particular haunted house. We went over what we could see in the photos. And Lisa, from watching that episode a little while ago, was when Lisa said, no, I can see more. So this is the original photo per the last slide. And I've enhanced the two windows here, and this is what Lisa has circled. So she's given me two versions of these two windows. Because there were so many circles, she's had to give me two photos.
Yeah. Well, they overlay one another. Like sometimes you can actually get like a face within a face, and then another face like joins onto that. It's like a gathering. The more you see, it's just, I'm still in awe of it. It's just amazing, truly amazing.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of it, like this lady here. I mean, this is almost coming through in color. Her eyes, her lips, just incredible. Even, and just undeniable. And again, we notice that the faces, as we go on, they're not, I wouldn't say they're friendly. They definitely don't look friendly.
Some look like they're out of a horror movie, but also I'd be interested to see what everyone else can see who is watching this. And one great way to do that is to grab your phone and look through your phone, because you can adjust the brightness as well, which will help to bring out anything that's lingering around. But you may see something different to what I see.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really great piece of information there, Lisa, for people to adjust the brightness and so forth in a device. It makes it so much easier. Alicia, when you went into this house, did you feel like there was this much going on in there?
Oh, yeah, it was crazy. The energy was running amok, literally. And that's why I said you need to get those photos contained. As we know, just like when it first came to me, I thought they were using a Ouija board, right? Because that's how the energy felt. There was so much of it. It wasn't contained. And I'm like, did you open a portal? Was my first words. Was there a Ouija board right there up in that attic to the left? And I said, because that's what it feels like. A portal is opened and they had let all this energy out. Well, it was photos, which do the same thing. If we go back to Native American days, girls, they didn't want their photos taken. And why was that? Because it captured their energy. So,
yeah, wow.
So we know from the natives that that's what it's about, it's energy, and it carries energy. Yeah.
And I mean,
and you can see, I was going to say, you can see the two faces there side by side. That is just, I love it how I'm still in awe of it. Even though I've seen it, I still just like, wow, it's just amazing. The one below it's got multiple faces in it as well.
But these remind me of, we were talking just before we started, these remind me of the twins on the Stephen. Is it The Shining?
The Shining, yeah.
Yes, it is The Shining.
Yeah, the two twins.
Red rum.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. But this is, again, like you say, Alicia, all they did was have old photos that did not belong to them. And they didn't know who they were and what they were linked to and the history behind them, scattered through their house. And I'm just getting goosebumps talking about it. And, this is what happens when energy is, again, like we say, let loose to run wild.
Right.
And we don't know, we don't have the history behind them. So we don't know what, and again, you bringing in something that's secondhand from someone else's house or a property and you don't know the history. Would you say that this sort of thing could happen?
100%. If any of you have done psychometry, what is that? That's holding an object left, because there's always energies left on an object, right? Be it me picking up my phone every day or a pen every day. You can read that person's energy off of their wedding ring, their phone, something they hold all the time. So when you go into a place like an antique shop and you're like, ooh, that feels horrible, or I don't like the feel of that, or that feels really good. It is that residual energy that is left by the entity that's held it all those years. So you're going to feel that energy. And the same with photographs or with anything, it's that energy you're feeling.
Yeah. And again, what someone else sees in them may be totally different to another person.
100%. Yep.
And again, like I said, Lisa's been doing this now for a little while. So to the trained eye, you start to see more. I mean, look, to me, this is very clear. This one here, look at this man.
Yeah.
And these are
Yep.
I just can't even imagine what it would have been like living in that house. I mean, it's like a horror story.
Yeah. Yeah. And do I believe all of this energy affected the people? 100%. But was there one ringleader behind it all? 100%. So you have a bunch of energy just creating havoc.
Yeah. And do you think that the photos would have acted like a portal where even if the energy wasn't all coming from the photos, the energy may have manifested from the actual living couple in the house who you said was fighting all the time? They're attracting more and more negativity. You've got like, they're like a magnet.
Right. And again, you have fear. You have fear living in that household. So the child's afraid, and everybody's afraid of what's going on. So that attracts more of that. And as we well know, that if you fear something, it will come. It will come because you will manifest it through your fear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. And
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, is that not how poltergeists come about? Is that a manifestation of energy?
Oh gosh, it's funny you should mention poltergeist because I was just thinking about it before we even got on the podcast that this was going to be brought up. Poltergeist energy is a manifestation of someone's energy. You are correct. Especially young girls in puberty, that can be a manifestation she can manifest poltergeist activity. Or like Stephen King, let's bring him back up again. Stephen King and Carrie, that was a manifestation of poltergeist activity, her head spinning around and all that. A lot of that was poltergeist activity.
Yeah. So for parents out there with teenagers, if you think your teenager's talented and got a special, unique gift, no, they're actually angry and probably manifesting a poltergeist. So.
Yeah, exactly. And poltergeist is nothing more than playful energy, and however it wants to play, it will play. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible, isn't it? Alicia, do you want to share with us what this is all about?
Sure. And again, these photos weren't developed right away. These were actually digital photos that, I didn't even see until a couple months later. But this is Arthur Findlay College in Stansted, England. And this was the college way back in the day and not as it is today. And this is where you study mediumship, and it's a big college for mediumship, psychic studies. This is the library. And if you look, you see the photo of Gordon Higginson. And if you look to see the little table there with the tablecloth on it.
Right here, yep.
Yes. And it's dark, so you can't see it, but that's like a cove with windows in it. And that's where he would sit at that table and do his mediumship, physical mediumship. He was a wonderful medium, and you can read all about him. But this is where he held his seances in the library. And that's where we're at.
Yeah. And we can already see, we've seen an orb here. And what do I think? There was another one on here.
Yeah, there's one on the yellow wall, but just near that. Yep,
here. And a little one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And I do believe Lisa's, well, actually, I've blown up the orb. I think in the next one we've got Lisa's trained eye on this photo. But here's an orb blown up, like we've enlarged an orb just so you can get an idea of the structure of them. And I'm going to say, because we do have some more to come, they don't all look the same.
No. That one on the wall has got a face on it too. That coloured one has got a face in it. I can't see it, but there is a face there. Yeah.
And this is where you say, Alicia, now that I've enlarged this photo, where Gordon Higginson would have done his mediumship here. Yep.
Yep. His seances and things.
Yeah.
Yep. From that table. Yep.
And then we've got Lisa's trained eye over this, and she's seen faces in the chair. She's circled them for us to see. And again, while this is on your screen, if you're watching this on YouTube, viewers, get your camera out, unless you're watching it, obviously, or do a screenshot.
Yeah.
And see what else you can see in these photos.
Because there is more in there. I can see them already. There is more there. So I'd be interested to see if you can see them.
Yeah. And I mean, look, next time you go to sit on a public chair, look at
Be careful who you're sitting on.
Yeah, look at this. This is what you're sharing your chair with. You're not alone. Let's just say that you will never be alone.
You're never alone. Never ever.
They will use whatever they can to come through. Whatever it is, they'll use it to come through.
Yeah.
So it could be the texture of a fabric. It could be the glass cabinet. It could be a reflection. It could be anything. And when you're focusing on looking, is you're giving energy to an area, excuse me. And if you find yourself drawn to an area for some reason, just go with it and stay with it for a little bit. And if you're still not sure, just take a picture and then have a look, because more often than not, there'll be something there. So that's, go with your intuition is very important too.
Yeah. So, Alicia, this is obviously a photo of the rest of the library, or more of the library, should I say?
Right. Yes. And that is obviously where, you see more orbs, obviously.
And look at this. This is like orbs in motion here, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's a little hook shape there. And as we move into the next one, Lisa's trained eye in this image here is what she has seen. So again, yes, we could look at the orbs, but what else is in the room?
What else?
And this
and we think about this too, that how many people, so you had Gordon Higginson sitting there doing mediumship, and seances. How many others, many, since like the 60s? I can't remember. Yeah, I think Arthur Findlay College was established in like 62 to become a mediumship college. And how many people from all over the world have gone there and put energy there seeking, it's that collective energy, right? And so you're going to be able to actually see manifest of entities because that's what it's been used for.
Yeah, and so much intention behind people's, their spiritual mediumship or whatever it is, the modality they were doing, that intention being so pure. And would you say could it start to open up portals to other worlds? And I'm talking obviously in this college, because it was mediumship, it would have been a lot of high vibrational frequency that you've got a lot of, and these wouldn't be evil manifestations. These would have been high energy, spiritual beings, so to speak. Would you agree with that, Alicia?
I'd 100% agree with that. And after being there I stayed there for, anyhow, I had been there quite frequently, and I stayed more than just a week at one time. But the energy is something that you have to adjust to. And when you leave, there is also an adjustment phase. So yes, 100%. I don't know what it's like today. I haven't been there for years, but back in the day, you could feel the energy and you knew it was high vibration. And when you left, you could feel it took a while to adjust.
Yeah. So when you say you stay, you actually can stay there, like you stay overnight within the premises?
Yeah. And they have their courses that usually go anywhere. Maybe you can get short courses, like 3 days, a weekend. I'm not sure. It used to be you could go like over a weekend. They'd have short stays, but mostly they were a week long, 6, 7 days, and you'd stay on the premises. Yes.
Yeah, wow. And that would be a lot of energy building within each one of those courses from every single participant.
Yeah. And think
Yeah.
about that over the years. We're only talking about 1 week, 100 people there. And this is happening every week for 52 weeks a year, because they would even have Christmas at the college and classes then. And then you go back in time since the 1960s. So all that energy, can you imagine?
Yeah. You could run
This
1,000 homes on that. No, I was
yeah,
only
exactly.
joking.
Yeah.
So this was the one where you could see, you think it's Arthur Findlay in the orbs there, Alicia?
I felt it to be when I looked and saw, and I'm like, it could be. It was just a thought of mine.
Yeah, they're similar. He's very, what would you say?
Elf pixie-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Very elemental-like. So
Yes.
again, this looks like the movement. You've captured an orb in motion, like it was coming down and moving around. And this was, you enlarged this and sent this to me. And again, you can see the similarities. You really can.
Yeah.
And it might not be him. I don't know. But to me, it appeared to be a lot like him in physical manifestation.
Yeah. And in each one of these orbs, is it the same face? Who knows? It could be the same face, or you can see the different faces, or all the.
You can see different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just incredible.
And why wouldn't it be him? It was his college.
Right.
So this one was great. See, look at the face in that one. And then there's a face. I've circled a half face up the top as well, which you can't see as much as what I'd like to. But I was actually surprised because I wasn't even looking there. And this is what happens, see? And then you just think, there's, you start thinking, I'll have a look at that. And then there's a face there.
Yeah. And the difference in structure as well. See, and this is, again, Lisa, you saw a face. Here I'm seeing, it looks like I'm looking at a bird's eye view of a what do you call a cyclone? It's got that, it's like a weather pattern.
Yeah.
But from the first photos we saw of the orbs, that it did not look like this. On the first photo that we saw of the inside of this room, it was a little bit different. So again, like a snowflake, I guess you could say, they're similar, but not the same.
Right. And what I would say to the listeners as well, Michelle, is if they when we're trying to focus in on something and we're looking hard, if you soften your eyes to where they're barely open and almost not focus, sometimes you can catch them. You'll see them better.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Or if
definitely.
you just stare and don't blink for a long time too, your
Yeah.
vision goes a bit hazy. That's another way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is again what Lisa, she's trained her eye over this.
I can go in there and think, oh yeah, I can't see anything. But then I just think, hang on a sec. And it's almost like you see one and then you see another one. It's like that 3D,
those 3D
magic
pictures.
eye image.
Yeah.
And once you can pick it up and you're like, oh my God, there's another one and there's another one there, another one. But come in and out too, because sometimes you'll see from afar, you'll see a huge head or you'll see something and it's you've really got to work it to find it because they are there. There's no doubt about it.
So would you say that like the faces and also orbs are easier to see when the photo is dark, or is it easier, or does it make a difference? Which would you think would be easier?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good question.
Because I have regular photographs that I didn't share with you, a big, huge, bright white orbs in the middle of the day. So that were in a room that was really bright. So I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, because we sort of think that, well, orbs could be like little lights, and they light up. But then I've seen photos where it's almost like if they want to come through in a photo, they will show up and you will see them. But then the faces, you took that photo of the haunted house in the daytime.
Right.
And you could clearly see them all there. It's a little bit like, oh, which is easier? But then inside of Arthur Findlay College, when you took that photo, was it more darker in that room? Was it darker or was it actually lighter?
It was more towards the dark. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we could probably conclusively say it doesn't really matter.
Right. Yeah. At least to my understanding.
Yeah. And so I've just enlarged a few little orbs here. And again, you can see the structure is slightly different, similar, but different. Yeah. Again, I liken them to a snowflake if you were to hold it under a microscope. They have a similar crystalline structure, but a little bit different. Now, is this the grounds of the Arthur Findlay College?
Yes, actually, I do. If memory serves me correctly. Now, remember, ladies, I'm aging, so. But I do believe this photo was actually taken right on the outside of the library. So you would, if you look, it would have been to your right on this picture. That would have been the window of the library.
Right. Okay. It looks like it would have been, it's still standing, a beautiful place.
Oh, who's this gorgeous creature?
Yeah, that's it. She looks similar.
Yes, there she is.
How did those photos slip in here? Those family photos.
Right. Hey, I shared them with you.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to us about what's happening here?
All right. So with my eyes, well, what I do is we go and blend with our guides and we ask them to come forward in a meditation. We use different lights as well to try and harness the energy of a colored light. I'll do like blues. I seem to get a lot of faces in the blue light. Red's very grounding. You just got to go with what what you feel like at the time. But you'll see I had this blanket, and I do like to use it because it's easy for them to come forward on it. I do like, they're trying their hardest to connect with us, and I'm just like, here's a cup of tea, sit down, relax, and have a good time. So try different textures. You can but some people just use their room. But you'll see down there, and you've circled it. I didn't circle it because to me it's obvious that there is a face in the blanket.
Yeah.
And trust me, it is not always there. And it's funny because I showed my daughter. They are not practiced or anything, and they're like, oh, I can't see anything, but you just give them a little bit of time, and then it's just like, oh, I can see it. So again, it's like that magic 3D eye thing. So there's a face down there, and then the one I do actually have a face on my throat.
See, I would have seen that as I've seen other pictures. What do they call that? Ectoplasm?
Transfiguring.
Or transfiguring.
Yeah, ectoplasm, yes.
Yeah.
Building a voice box.
Yeah, but I often get people, my teachers or other people I practice with, they'll see a face on my cheek or on my forehead, or there'll be a face coming out on my chest or something. So my throat seems to be a popular area for them. There is certainly enough skin for them to work with. So that's pretty obvious. That's why I didn't get that one. But that is, again, how can you deny that's not a face? I don't.
Right.
That's pretty like, wow.
And people might say, do you feel scared, Lisa?
No. Oh God, no, because I don't know about everyone else, but the people that I know, we work in a high frequency. So you cannot attract any lower energies when you're so high up in the frequency and working. And when you're blending with your spirit guide or the spirits, they need that high frequency so they can meet you. And you're just so relaxed, calm and relaxed. And that's, you just, it's heaven. It really is. And you allow them to come in. The more you sit, the more you practice, the more you let go and surrender, they can actually come around you, but they're in you expand your auric field out to help them too. So they draw on that energy to manifest themselves. See, now I've just got a sheet over the back there, but I'm using a blue light. See, in the blue, them up really good. Often they're on my chair. But there's just a couple. See, and if you just sort of like come in and out, and you'll pick it up.
Yeah, and it's a case of once you can see them, you can't unsee them then.
Can't unsee them. Animals come through. We see animals, lions, tigers, monkeys. Some people have seen a monkey, a bear. Your popular past pets come through.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Really amazing.
Yeah.
And I would like to say something, Michelle, of what Lisa said about, you asked her, are you afraid? And she said, no. And how that energy is high vibration. And I would even like to dumb all that down and say, if you are not a murderer, why would you hang out with people who are stalkers and murderers?
Yeah.
It's not where you want to be. It's like you have nothing in common. So why would you be there? And I think that translates over to the same with energy. Why would a murderer or whatever come into your vibration? There is nothing within that vibration that you would even resonate with that person. And as we know, when we're doing mediumship and physical mediumship, or just mediumship in general, they're going to utilize, an entity is going to utilize a person's energy whom they resonate with. If you're a mathematician, somebody who does math comes to you. It's that's simple.
Yeah. It's almost like it's topical, isn't it? They'll choose you because you have a reference.
Yeah, reference
that they can draw on. I agree. Yeah, yeah. And it's incredible, again, for the viewers and listeners. If you're listening to this, I strongly encourage you to go to YouTube and watch this because you're missing out on a lot. You're not definitely. We definitely cannot explain what we are seeing. It is something that is very visually stimulating. Let's just put it that way. And probably, for some people, won't turn the lights off tonight. But as we agreed, it doesn't make any difference because they'll still show up whether the lights are on or off.
but I also want to say, though, that when I sit in love.
Yeah.
And I call in my guides who are, and I'm just starting to get goosebumps now, who are your family, your spiritual family.
Right.
And they're there to help you learn and encourage you and guide you. And we're here, and they're here now because I can feel them. But they all come around because they get excited as well as, when you make new discoveries and, you begin to see them. We've had, in our practice circles, we've had, we'll have one person sit and then we sit in meditation and then all our energy is focused on this one person. And then someone will go, oh, I see a face over here. So we'll all have a look over there and we get all excited and all of a sudden they're grinning. And my teacher likes to say, oh, I can see their teeth. She loves it when they show their teeth. But they start smiling because, or blinking or winking because, you can see us. Like they get excited as well. It's a real high. It is, and you kind of like it. Because it's exciting. When you find something that you're excited about and then you bring in that energy higher because, and you're talking and oh my God, look at that. Oh, wow. And you get really excited and it is truly amazing because you're never alone. You're just never alone because they're all around you all the time, especially when you talk about them, they all come in close. So, so definitely, if you can look into it, do your research, join a circle or, put it out there. You want to meet like-minded people and watch what shows up and falls into your lap. If you're serious about this, you'll find the right people to practice it. And sometimes you just can't find the words because it is just such a wow factor of, it's like the impossible is possible. And then you discover new things and within yourself, these gifts that you never thought you had are emerging and you're like, what the hell just happened there? Like, what? And it's just amazing. It's just brilliant. When you find your spiritual path and purpose, it is just, wow. It's just such a high.
The sky's the limit.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Alicia?
Oh, I just find it fascinating, Lisa, that you're speaking about when you see something as you're doing your physical mediumship and those entities are so happy that you can see them and acknowledge them. So they want to show off now. Let's smile, let's wink. And they see me, they can see me. So I think that is brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's such a wonderful feeling, like it's like they give an acknowledgement. It's really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So if the viewers and listeners have photos that they may see something in, and there's a possibility it could be a face or an orb or something mysterious, something that you're not sure of, please reach out and contact us because we would love to see your photos and put them up on the screen and we'll talk about them in a podcast, in an episode, in the podcast episode. Yeah.
And if they see anything else more in the photos from now, put it in the comment of what you can see and just let us know that you can see them is because it is exciting. It's exciting.
And just like everything else, once you acknowledge it, more will come, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can see it. And then you get the fever, right, ladies? The fever. Give me more. Show me more.
Yeah, exactly. And so for the average person out there who might be thinking, well, how can I have this manifest in my photos? Would you probably, the advice that I think would be probably best for the average person would be to start with, have an intention.
Oh, yes.
Call in
yeah.
family members, loved ones who have passed, and perhaps pick a time when it's a happy occasion or you're sitting there and you're in a very peaceful and calm state, and maybe just start clicking around the room. Or if you're with family and everybody's laughing around a kitchen table, or you know what I mean, all together somewhere in a room, start taking some photos with the intention in your thoughts of family or past loved ones coming in to join you and start those photos, because that's where you're going to see them manifest. Ask them to manifest.
Yeah. I say, show me you're here. Show me.
Yeah.
Yep. Because as we all know, energy follows intent.
Yeah.
What's your intent? And that's why we always say, be careful what you ask for.
That's it. Exactly. And I just want to bring up something that I'm sure you mentioned it in episode 60, Alicia, where you were saying about photos, how even when you can look back on a photo, spirit can manifest through those photos, even though that time has passed, or something around that. What was that about again?
Okay, now again, I'm old, so let's not get into the memory thing here. But yeah, you can look back on photos, and just like Lisa, she can see more things, more evolve. Now, what I'd like to do, and this, because that was how many years ago? That was after before the clearing, or after the clearing. What I'd like to do now is go back and keep taking pictures, because I'm going to say, once the family moved out, once those pictures were all taken to a historical society and put into an under glass, would you see all of those manifestations? Or would it be different manifestations from a different family? I don't know, but it would be interesting to see.
Yeah. And now I'm thinking about standing outside of my house, like the first photo you took of the haunted house. Not that my house is a haunted house, but to stand out the front and take a photo and ask my family members who are on the other side to manifest in the windows, like the photo that you took, and just start taking a few photos and just see what shows up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Again, energy follows intent, right?
Yeah.
And my intent is for those people to manifest. Yeah. I think that would be kind of a cool experiment.
Yeah. And I'll probably have one where some family members, just playing a trick and pulls this really, and I'll be like, oh, I can't go back inside now. Don't go in that room. We'll seal it off.
Don't go in the basement. In America, it's all about the basements. Don't go in the basement.
Get me started. And literally, we talked about that on a recent podcast. And funny enough, the next day, it may have even been the same day, we were watching a movie. Oh, and of course, it was in the basement. My husband looks at me and I look at him. I'm like, I just can't even right now.
Basements and attics. The attics in the basement. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Thank God we don't have them here. That's probably why Australia is not as haunted as other countries. But anyway.
So why do you think, I can understand why the basement would hide the lower energies, but why the attic? Do you think it's because it's neglected and it gets dusty and stagnant?
Like a dead space.
Well,
it's a dead space, and that's where you store. Let's think about it. If we're looking at my pictures that I took of entities screaming to get out, basically, that's what it looked like. If you have all that, and what do you store? You store things up in an attic, all your old photos, because that's what fell out. That was an old attic at one time, and they just poked the hole to, somebody threw a ceiling up there and all these photos fell out. So there you go.
Yeah.
Again, the attic is filled with all those stored memories of people that are still there.
So it's stored energy, really, isn't it?
Yeah. That's it. Very good. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it, Lisa. It's stored energy. Same with basements. That's where we chuck all our goods. It's like, I don't have a place for it. Throw it down in the basement. Throw it down in the basement. Literally, I went into my grandmother's basement years ago, and I found an old wicker bird cage that I fell in love with. And this was from like 1929. So this was the 70s or 80s that I found it. So what else was hiding in that basement? Chuck full of energy. So in the basement,
would it have an unwanted energy?
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Oh,
yeah, it certainly could, because what is coming up? You've got drains in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's where a lot of people drain. Like if you go into the old homes, because you need the water to get out of there. So they'd have drains or what. So I don't know.
So with the basement as well, I don't know if this is true, and I may have just seen this on a movie, so that doesn't make it true. But is that particularly for old homes, is that where they used to hang meat and slaughter animals, like when they would do their own meat to hang it because it was cold, like a cool room?
I could say that's potential. I'm not sure. I would actually have to do the lookup of it, but I know that you store your vegetables and fruits down there, and it was cold storage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It still is. It's cold and dark. So if I had a basement, I would be storing like my squash or things from my summer harvest in a basement.
Yeah. And if we had a basement, it'd be concreted in, so we could never get haunted.
Yeah.
But that makes sense what you're saying.
And I think that Hollywood portrays basements and attics because they're spooky. They're dark. They're hidden. They're out of view. What could be stored up there? You think about all of the books that were written about attics and flowers in the attic and kids being hidden in the attic and in the cornfield. So things like that, it's somebody's imagination that could have been potentially a real thing, you see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, what an interesting episode this has been.
How are we going to sleep tonight, Michelle? I don't know.
Yeah, I had one eye open. And
always one eye open.
Yeah, and an infrared camera, with night vision on it.
Oh, that makes it even more spookier.
Well, you don't know until the morning and you go back and look at the footage. What you don't know at the time doesn't hurt you.
I'll just hide under the
doona.
I'll be safe under the doona. That's all right. It's all good.
But it just, and I don't know why, I've never actually done it, is even when I sit to do readings, and funny enough, when we're talking about energy in places and rooms and the space in which I do that in, because I'm always doing readings and connecting with spirit there, I will always sit in the dark, and I love it. It is comfortable. It is just it's so warm, and I can't believe how comfortable I am in the dark, and I never used to be, but now I am, which is just so odd and bizarre sounding, because now you're connecting with spirit and now you're not afraid of the dark. You know what I mean? It's like, what?
But you've created that space though, Michelle, haven't you?
I have. And it makes me wonder why, even after I've done a reading or sat with spirit, I don't just get my camera out and start taking photos in the dark.
Well, maybe you should. And maybe you should video yourself while you're doing it. I'm just saying, because that would be so interesting. When you're in deep meditation, you've expanded your energy's out there for them to manifest and come around you. Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Probably the next episode will be how I sealed off a room in my house. Anyway, after watching a video.
Why not? Right?
Exactly. And it wasn't even a basement. Anyway.
Dang.
I know. Oh, I love it. But it's just so exciting, and there's so much to learn, and the more you delve and the depths that you can go. And again, something simple as looking at photos.
Yeah.
Taking your own photos, looking at someone else's photos. What can be seen with the naked eye?
Yep.
There's the evidence.
Yeah.
And
also, don't forget to use your phone as well where you can.
Yeah.
Because your phone's got just the way it picks up stuff.
The settings.
It brings it forward more easier to see.
Yeah.
So, we got the technology and we'll also use it.
Yeah. Alicia, what were you going to say?
Yeah, just like I was going to reiterate, just to drive home the point, is they want to be acknowledged, right?
Yeah.
They want to be acknowledged. So I see you, and again, it will build and build and build.
Yeah.
Yes,
Spirit
definitely.
loves an audience. Yeah.
They do.
Oh, thank you so much, ladies. This has been a really, I want to say, educational, fun, very different episode. And I hope the viewers and listeners have learned something new today. And hopefully we'll see more photos or photos being sent to us. And can we please explain? And yes, hopefully we can.
Yeah, I would love to see more photos and your listeners' photos, because to me, it's an amazing thing when you actually see them and you're going, oh my God, how did I never see that?
Yeah, incredible. Well, thank you so much, ladies. And now where can people find you before we leave? I can't leave without saying that, without asking that question. Alicia, Lisa, someone, go ahead.
Someone, go, Lisa, go.
I'm Divine Insights with Alicia. I'm mainly on my Facebook page. I do have a YouTube channel, but yeah, Facebook is where I haunt Facebook. I love Facebook. So.
Yeah, and you're on Instagram as well?
I am on Instagram as well, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Alicia?
Synchronicity Sweetheart, everywhere.
And International
Medium Alicia. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. It's Facebook. That memory thing.
And that's on Facebook.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Yeah. Excellent. And that's where you'll find these ladies. And I will also put the links in the comments below so you can find them easily. Thank you so much, ladies. And I look forward to having you back again, hopefully with some more photos very, very soon on the Medium's Table. To view the show notes, head over to themediumstable.com.au. If you want to watch these episodes, head over to our YouTube channel, The Medium's Table Podcast.